It's this Shabbos, Parshas Bolak, 1957. Yudala Thomas, famous Fabrengen, because the Rebbe taught that this Fabrengen, the song, Asad el-Sudasa. Asad el-Sudasa, B'Safra de Shabbat. That song. I need to get a siddur. Okay, here's a siddur. So let me read to you exactly what the Rebbe said. This is towards the end of the Fabrengen. And he said, it's a beautiful, beautiful things here. We spoke about, it says earlier, Shalashudas, last week's Maimed, right? Hayoim Loi. So it's a machlekes, whether you yoytze with fruit or other mini targima, other like delicacies, other, it's a word for it. Or you have to have bread. Mamish, you have to wash. So you see by the Rabbeim, this botos and Hayoim Yoim. This is what they used to do, that after Kiddush, Shabbos day, they ate mezainis. And then they washed their hands and had a third Suda. This is printed in Kotesichas. Chelik Chafalef, a whole beard up in Nigla. And so therefore they had actually effectively 3 Sudas. Friday night, Shabbos day, Kiddush mezainis, and then they washed. So the Rebbe is saying that this Shabbos Fabrengen right now, right? People had not eaten their third meal. So therefore, it comes out that the Kiddush is considered one of the Sudas. So if so, we are now by the Fabrengen by the second Suda. Now, but again, this is the meal of Shabbos day. There's midas that Al Rebbe put in his Siddur Asad el-Sudasa. And then he adds in the notes of the Rebbe Rashab on the Siddur, he writes, Rebbe Rashab, this is very, I won't say contentious issue, but it's another big problem the world has with the Lubavitch, that they don't sing Zmiris. But the rest of the world, in the Chassidische world, Zmiris is Kodesh HaKadosh. It's a whole Seder. What sung Friday night, what sung Shabbos day. And then the Gunim, they have traditions, which the Gunim. Anyway, so the Rebbe Rashab writes that the Alter Rebbe didn't put Zmiris in the Siddur because he thought that Chassidim will sing the Gunim, and Nigun without words is higher than Nigun with words, and moreover they'll speak Chassidus. As a kid growing up, I used to hear this all the time, and so no Nigunim and no Chassidus, at least sing Zmiris. In my house, we sang Zmiris. That's my father's side, the Gera side. My mother's side, Lubavitcher, Shluchim of the Frierdiker Rebbe, also sang Zmiris, but the ones who were in the Siddur sang Asader and Zamber and Asader, which everybody should do. So the Rebbe concludes back to the Sikha, but at any rate, there is Zmiris which is written in the Siddur. So Friday night is Zamber, and Shabbos day Asader, and Shalashudas is B'nai Yechala. So B'nai Yechala is the digging from the Alter Rebbe. Azamer B'Shvachin is the digging from Bila Parasha. Azamer B'Shvachin L'Meya. And then an Asad el-Sudasa, nobody knew. Now the Rebbe is the digging that they used to sing in Lita and Ukraine. The digging is called a fanya or a funka, which means a kind of a march. It's a Russian word for march. The Rebbe started singing Asad el-Sudasa several times. Now here's the Moishe part coming. In the middle of the niggin, he stops, because I guess he continued singing it later. And he said like this, and I'm telling you this, Bashgacha Prati is telling you the story, because we told you a story of the Rabbi Tzaddik of Vilednik, Yitzchak Doiv, Yisrael Doiv Ber, the author of the Sefer She'eris Yisrael, which has recently been printed. And as I told you, he was known to be a tremendous Baal Meifes. He was a Talmud of Rav Mordechai Chernobyler. and his safer says he was very close with Chabad, and being a strong connection with Chabad. Chassidim in him. At any rate, we told you the story that when he died, the people used to go to him from Beivsim, they went to the Tzemach Tzedek, especially Agunas. There's a story that Tzemach Tzedek sent to him someone, an Aguna, to find out where her husband was. Bachlal and his Beivsim were very strange. He had strange eitzes. People didn't have children. Pour water on the woman's head. So another time he said, should drink water, listen to this, from water that drips from a horse when the horse drinks. Another time, Mai said they should take the straw of the broom that they swept under where the Rav says, Oisa Shalom, cook that straw in water and drink that. So here's a kind of similar. The Rebbe tells the following story. That's kind of a context. So the Rebbe says like this. This is the story that once a Yid came to him and for bracha for a son, for a child. So he said to him that the sheets on the bed should be silk. You have a child. Changed it from whatever they had, I don't know what sheets they had, cotton. So the Yid went out. So the Talmidim said, what's the makir? They asked him, what's the source? That silk is a source to have children. So it's all a play on one of the paragraphs in Asad al-Siddasa. The words read, V'ilein milayu, and these words, this is the taich. Yehoyin lirkiyaya will become sky, for Saman Monsharia, and who dwells there? Halo Aho Shimsha. This is the sun, which is a marshal for the Shechin. That's what so he play on all of the words, and he says, Milaya can be translated as silk. I don't know. Silk. Huh? Mem Lamed. How do you spell it? Mem Lamed what? Tav at the end. It's with the aleph, so maybe that's the association. Okay. Now he says when these, so that's silk. When the Kiyaya means the sky, but also means to spread. The sky is called Rikiya because it spreads. So you should spread it on the bed. And then Tamam Mansharia, who dwells there? What are you going to find there if you put silk on your bed? Halayoshimsha, the sun, Azun. And like English too. Sun means the sky, and sun means the sun, the sun, the sky, and a sun, Azun. So the Rebbe tells this story in the middle of the Nigun. The Rebbe says, the kunz is not that the cute explanation of the words. The kunz is that the person had a son. Now here's the kicker of the story. The Rebbe repeated this several times. This statement. The kunz, the trick is not that the clever play on the words, but that the bracha yielded a son. And then the Rebbe stops and says, because of the cheshach kofel mechup we're living in, like you don't understand what I'm saying until I spell it out. The Rebbe is saying here there was a bracha here for children, for sons. So the Rebbe is giving the bracha in the story of Velednik, the tzaddik of Velednik. So now you heard the origin of the story of the song and the bracha that came with it of Asad al-Siddasa. So sing it, friends. If you don't already, you'll sing it to Shabbos at home with a new chayas. Have a wonderful day. Worth a story.